Hey everyone, my name is Alejandro Herrera, and today I'm going to be talking about what is a computer. Nowadays, everyone has a phone or a tablet that they look information up from or get on social media for their daily dose of the Kardashians. But what many people don't realize is that in their pocket is something that no one in previous decades would have ever dreamed of. A device so powerful that we take it for granted every day, and that is a computer. In my speech, I will explain what a computer is, how it works, and what the components are, and hopefully give you a better understanding of what is on your desk or what's in your pocket. The three main points are: what is a computer, what parts are in the computer, and how it works. So what is a computer? How do you have it in your pocket, or how do you have it on your desk and you don't know what it is or what it does? So a computer is just something that takes in data from a keyboard or a mouse. It takes it in as a 0 or a 1. It converts that into something that you can see on your screen. So from searching the web and getting on Amazon to purchase something, or just researching for a project, it takes one key press and turns it into something like a speech. Another part is, why do we have them? We have them because it makes our lives easier. The first computers were made to make processing a lot faster of mathematical equations and so on. And the way it works is it has hardware and software that it uses in conjunction to give you this information. It uses components like these and software like Windows or Mac OS to give you different results. And now that we know what a computer is, we can talk about what makes a computer up. A computer has a couple different basic components. It has a CPU, which is in the center right here. The CPU is the brain of the computer. It takes information in and sends it to where it needs to go, to the different components in the computer, to give you something on your screen. Another component is the motherboard. It's the very back portion there. The motherboard is what is basically the heart of the computer. So it sends information to different components from the CPU. It's just a network of different wires going in different places in a flat PCB. And from there, it sends the information to the other components to do their job. The next component is kind of hidden back here. It is a hard drive. A hard drive stores the information that you have. So any information like a Word document or a presentation or video is going to be stored in those areas. And it pulls that information to the CPU to send to your screen if you do so, please. Another part is the RAM or memory, which is right next to the CPU. A lot of people get storage and memory confused. The difference is memory is used for the positioning of the mouse or things that are happening in a moment, like different tabs being open and things like that. Storage is long term, so a document that you save, archive files, or anything that you want to keep for longer than 1 day's use. The other component is the graphics card. So not all computers have a graphics card. The whole point of it is to give a visual to the monitor that you currently have. The CPU can also do this function, just not as well. A lot of people have them separated because the graphics processor works a lot better with visuals if you like more graphics intensive things like a 1080p video or a game. And then the CPU can handle day-to-day tasks like office work, documents, and different visuals that are not as intensive. Another component is the power supply. It's at the very bottom here normally. And the power supply sends power to all components in the computer. This is what turns the computer on and gives everything the necessary power to do what you want it to do. And how it works is a little bit different. So how it works is you take your mouse or you take a keyboard, you press a key, it sends the information into the CPU. The CPU takes that information and it turns it into something that the computer can understand. Its language is binary, which is ones and zeros, and it takes that and sends it to its necessary component. So it sends it in, goes to the CPU, from the CPU, sends it to the graphics processor, and then it shows it on your screen. is a very simplistic way of putting it, but that's essentially what you're doing. You're sending a message to the computer, telling it to do something. It takes that information and tries to display it for you on the screen. And the way it takes the information, and it doesn't go directly into the CPU, it goes into the memory, and from the memory it grabs different information. So if it needs to grab something from the storage, it'll grab something from the storage. If it needs to grab something from the memory, something quick, it'll grab it from the memory. And as far as processing goes, processing is just a lot of mathematical equations put together, and things that we wouldn't be able to do ourselves, it does for us. And that's how it makes our lives easier. In conclusion, almost everything is run by a computer or is a computer itself, and we don't know it. But nowadays, things like this can happen a lot, where we take for granted what we have, and we should be thankful of the things that we do and take advantage of them when they're here. We have gone over how a computer works, what parts are in it, and how it works. And that should be enough for you to head into your new office job and be a whiz on your next adventure. Thank you guys.